Is it not working properly? It says it's working properly, but OBS is being a dick. We're just going to go to chatting, because apparently it's not working. Apparently it's not working. Yeah, no music. For some reason it was coming through my speakers despite everything registering that it's not. Because technology. Oh well, as long as you can hear me, that's the important part. Quick, can you respond if you can hear me? Why don't I actually just unmute myself in here? Alright, now I'm unmuted in here. Can everyone hear me in the stream?
Yeah, we can hear you in the stream. I can even hear your music, like just playing in the background right now. And I heard the music before you set up your hype thing. Yeah, just during your hype, there was no music.
Yeah, for some reason, everything's playing through my headset except the hype video played through my speakers. Because I started OBS before I switched my audio device, and apparently everything switched except for a single video. So, whatever. It's fine. Tech gremlins. As long as that's the only one we have for today, that's fine. So, it is 7 o'clock. Everyone should be ready for some RPGs.
Yeah.
Let's do this. We are going to be down a person today as... Oh, thank you for the Instaban there. The Malik is feeling unwell, so we will not be having a Grigori. Unfortunately.
Mr. Ked, sir, do you want to become famous?
I do, but not from a bot. Unless it's like a really good bot. Like, I am waiting for computers to make us into comfy pets, and then we can live our lives like a cat. That's okay. Then
I actually expect the cephalopods to do it first.
It's gonna take them a little while to evolve. They're smart, but they're not quite there yet. They're barely tool using.
Well, the ones we've met.
That's true. That is true. Okay, let's get into the secrets of cats. I'm gonna assume everyone's here. It's 4 after 7, so everyone should be here.
$5
God, why?
a month. What are you doing with your life?
Working again? I heard that through your headphones.
Ow, I heard that.
Yeah, that went through my headphones back into my mic. That's how loud it was. You could tell it was that loud. Ow.
Tell her we said hello.
Who did that?
Who do you think?
Lily. It was Lily.
When in doubt, Lily
It
out.
was Lily.
It was me.
Okay, so now that I'm bleeding from my ears, let's get into the recap, shall we? Okay, so previously, you having escaped the destruction of the Catechin, decided that you had better and best go speak to the only people that you knew in the area, which involved a certain mob boss within Vatican City. A cat mob boss, of course. And you needed to find him. But of course, going to the location where you saw him before, something happened. They had been attacked as well. And you found Leo there as the only, well, at that moment, survivor, where you were able to question him for a little while before he unfortunately began to pass. Now, thankfully, one of you was in the spirit world, the astral realm, so to speak, so you were able to protect his spirit as it fled from this soul-eating thing. Otherwise, that could have been bad. You know what I can do? I can switch and see the Secrets of Cats thing, so we got the cats scrolling instead. After getting the information, you found out that there was a way through the sewers to some sort of secret hideout, as any good mob boss style person in power should have, a secondary secret hideout. So that is where you went. You went into the sewers, you dealt with some thugs, dealt with some nasty ass rats, a little bit too well.
You cut it there for a second.
I did?
Yeah.
Not on my end.
No.
Oh, it's just me then?
Negative.
Yep.
Negative. That's just you.
I did not cut out.
Oh, sorry.
Hello.
Hello.
And yeah, some nasty ass rats, which you guys dealt with very, very quickly. Scarily so. I'm going to have to make this shit harder. God damn. But we're finally, you made it to the throne of Snag. And it was here that after making your way in and speaking with him and stuff, you knew already from Leo that Snag's significant other fling of the week, you're not entirely sure what exactly their relationship dynamics were, but she's was some sort of two-timer or something similar. Caroline was something bad. You're not entirely sure what, but she did not work for the right sort of people, or kitty cats in your case. Dealing with this situation, she, after a bit of talking back and forth, finally convincing Snag what was going on, she ended up just sort of vanishing, disintegrating, like turning into a small fur coat. You're not entirely sure. Nevertheless, she's gone. And you convinced Snag that it is in all of your best interests to take you on, to team up, to create a new power structure, and all of that good shenanigans. I've probably missed things. Does anyone remember anything else that I've missed at this point?
I just remembered something that you and I both missed, and it has been now a couple of weeks that we've missed it.
Any?
We were supposed to get together and chat about my pontifications, my prognosticationing.
Oh yeah, we both forgot about that shit. I am sorry about that. I should have made a note, and I didn't, and I forgot about that.
If only you saw this coming.
No. Get out.
You get a fate point. That was too good.
Thank you.
That was well timed. I'm going to give you that. You get a fate point. We haven't even started yet. You're getting an extra fate point.
Okay. I was supposed to ask, does it go up?
Well, everyone's already refreshed, so everyone should be at their maximum. So you'll have like one past your maximum.
Awesome. Thank you.
At the beginning of every session, that's like before we even start, everyone's refresh. You should refresh back to your normal maximum, unless you're higher than your maximum, in which case you take the higher number. It adds up. Basically, your refresh is like the minimum you start a session with. Good shit. So it is with this that basically you guys decided to do a bit of a rest. You all had a nice little cat nap for like a short, like probably like 14 hours. And with this, it would have been sometime in the middle of the night, probably during a normal good active hour, like 3 a.m. when everyone should be awake. You all probably would stretch, nice, and get up and ready.
Zeke's a farm cat. He's up super early and already scrabbling around.
Just doing some rips.
Zoomies.
Get the zoomies.
I have this strange feeling that Boblin is having to push a shoehorn off of him.
That is possible.
In the middle of the night for sure. In the middle of the day as well. Afternoons. Yes.
I guess I'm reforming from the shadows, since I wasn't here for the past few whiles.
Did you miss the interaction with Snag?
I did.
Yeah.
Then yes. Then you catch up, reforming from the shadows, finding everybody.
We didn't know where you were, and you were sleeping under the couch.
That's right. Oh yeah, well, as soon as you guys escaped the catacomb, that's right. His character just kind of went away, did stuff, and did stuff.
Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah. So there's the Samwise. Okay.
Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't know you were gonna get into it. Go for it.
I do that every now and then. Just sort of sneak off, do my own thing. You find other things.
What is he?
Oh God, he's assaulting the English language again.
He said sometimes he does that. He goes off and does his own thing and then comes back later.
Well, why didn't he just say that?
He speaks really strangely.
We're gonna fix you.
Oh, if only there was a way. It's a way.
Well, and it's at this point Snag comes back in the room and you realize he actually wasn't there while you were napping. He seems to have been off elsewhere doing something. And he comes back in and we'll get rid of the hench cats. He's actually fairly trusting of you guys at the moment. There's still hench cats outside of the room, like he's never far from them. But they're not resting in the room with you guys. And Snag comes in. We have done as you ask and tried to gather some information on our next steps.
Hey, smart. What's the plan, Snag?
Well, there are two things that we need to do. One of them is not as much of a deal, but it involves invigorating the wardings around our safe houses. Grigori, I believe you are our warder, yes? Which, of course, Grigori would spawn, yes, of course. Good. You will assist us in the warding to make sure we are safe. As for the rest of you, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just about to actually ask what you're going to do with the rest of us, so go ahead.
Good. There is an information broker in the city. Knows what he is doing, knows a lot of things. We have used him in the past. One of the most knowledgeable of anyone on the occult. He is the master of the library in the southern end. It is my suggestion you go and get as much information on what is going on from the information broker in the library.
Oh, excellent. I bet you he has all the things that I need to do my own bit of gazing into the future.
Yes. You are also of the able to read the burden speak. Yes.
Yes, I am.
A rare talent. I believe the library has that as well.
Good. Books.
Is there anything else you need of me before we take care of what we need to take care of?
Yeah, I mean, we all just woke up. Where are we going to find a snack around?
My men, they have brought in some game and a few packets of wet food.
Many things.
It is a slim pickings in the city right now. Things are in a lockdown, and people are not being the burdens. They are not being as giving as they should be to their protectors.
Well, that's a damn shame.
They do not understand what we are doing for them.
Something like the regrets.
Yes.
Speaking of burdens, were you able to find mine?
Oh, yes. They are being brought here. I will, without damaging them, I will be able to make them serve us in an appropriate manner. They will not remember when things are said and done.
And you have my burden safe.
Yes, we have hunted them down. They will be approaching the area. We have a burden-safe house. We call it the kennel. They will be put into the appropriate rooms and fed daily. We will give them toys to play with.
I love this freaking place so much.
They will only remember having a good vacation when they are done.
Excellent. Well then, there's books to read and some packets of food to eat.
The litter box.
Yeah, there's litter boxes around. Yeah, there was already litter boxes downstairs. He already had like a mentally enslaved burden that was cleaning litter boxes for them before. Because that Snag's thing is he knows how he can mentally control the humans.
Sorry, what kind of food did you say it was?
There's some small hunted game like some mice and birds, and then there's a few like foil packets of like wet food, like Whiskas wet food.
I'd like to pocket one of the mice.
Yeah, there's enough of them around. It looks like his guards have been pretty busy, so just pocketing a mouse is easy enough to do.
Beauty.
Go ahead and note that down somewhere.
Yes, sir.
I am going to use my shaping to turn one of my claws rather long and sharp and use that to slice open a bag of wet food cleanly.
All right. So you make like a knife out of the claw and just like sort of scratch it open. Some of the guards, most of the hench cats that he has with him, they're basic bitches. Like they barely have any mystical abilities whatsoever. So the fact that you have a control enough to just like turn your claw into a full-on knife it's enough to, I won't say unnerve them. If anything, it's just a little bit of awe. Like you were obviously important choices in one way or another to be here in the first place, as far as they're concerned. And just seeing something like that was a big deal. Snag will also look at you and go, although it is my suggestion to check out the library, you know almost as much about the situation as I do. If you find another lead or have another idea, I am not in charge of you. You are not one of my henchmen. We are working together. Do what you need to do.
That didn't be a problem.
Yeah, and we can send information back down your way too if we know anything more.
You know where I am. You will, of course, be allowed through the warding. Your friend Grigori will make sure of that.
Beautiful.
So with that, I'm assuming you're all going to have some sort of breakfast. What are you doing afterwards? Are you heading straight out? He does tell you approximately where the library is, or are there other ideas that you guys would like to embark upon?
I think we should divide and conquer. Some people go with the library, see what kind of book information they can get. I want to see if we can hit the streets and see what we can find out from the other rival cats.
I think splitting up is a bad idea, simply because, well, we were all brought here for a reason. We know what they said the reason was, but they also said that we were the only ones who could fight it. So I think splitting our forces is not a good idea.
I think
it's would be easy enough, I would think, for Snag appears to have a bit of sway. Maybe he could, I don't know, be in a council, call a meeting, have a powwow.
Are you saying to form another parliament?
No, not yet. That's too much for right now. No, we just need information. And, well, I don't entirely disagree with the Dawn over there that we need street information, but I don't feel good splitting up, especially considering the number of things that are both here and adjacent.
respectfully, I just don't know what, like, only one of us, as far as I know, can read those books. What, are we all just going to sit around and waste time while you try and transcribe an answer?
It could be that there's other things that need doing. I mean, not all ceremonies are quick and easy. Sometimes we do need ingredients and animals, and
we'll also be talking with the information broker yesterday. So
yes, and you seem to be very astute at talking to cats that are not you. Yes.
I do have guards. I could ascend to the other people in power within the city, but it is a chaos. I mean, if you think you can do a better job, then feel free. But if you are busy with the library, then I do have people that will at least make the attempt. It is up to you.
Yeah, I can get through the chaos really easy, but the problem is trying to get them to come back with me. Because I didn't you know, but not a lot of people can speak my type of cat.
What?
See, exactly.
Why don't we compromise? I mean, Samwise is pretty good in a fight. Why don't you come with me? We see if we can hit this. See what we can find out on the streets. You go, deal with the book stuff, and we meet in the middle.
Why the hell are we splitting up?
I believe he wants to find information from other street sources, which is not a bad idea. I cannot be the only one consolidating my power.
I just think it's logical to cover more ground.
So you want me to shadow you? You happen to have a list of targets that you want to talk to? Or are you just going to go random door to door?
Well, Snag just said that that there are other people in the city. I mean...
You know who they are. Where they are.
Snag?
Everyone has scattered. They have gone to their secondary safe houses. I dare say I do not know where they are any more than they know where I am.
Chris, I think the information broker might actually be the better deal for now, because then we can actually maybe find out where. So we're not just, random walking over one of the oldest burden cities around.
I'll leave that up to you. I do know of, there may still be some of the cats at the bazaar, fairly close to the library. You could, without splitting for too long, a question there where the others head, and then meet up with them at the library.
I think that sounds like a good idea. Yes, because that will accomplish what we need, and it will allow Don Julio to feel useful in gathering information. Yes, excellent, yes, that's a great idea. I love it. I think we should go.
May I suggest that we ask for a hench cat to come with us, that we can dispatch for backup if necessary.
I think we are the backup.
My forces are limited right now. Bringing you on is already emergency procedures.
I see.
Besides, they got to defend this place until the wards are back up. I mean, technically we already split the group since, Kogori's going with them right now, so...
Yes, as it is, I have retained one of you already.
Right.
And then he's gonna sort of snap. Somehow he does a snap of his fingers type thing, and he gets some information. Okay, he gets some information for you. That there is an informant at the bazaar, which is not too far away from the library. for someone called the Lost One, merely known as the Lost One.
Cryptic, I like it.
So you two go check that out. The rest of you go to the library, and then I suggest you meet up around the library afterwards. Those out of the library, I imagine, will take much longer than those doing the questioning.
Well, probably, yes.
That's
the
If that's the case, then settle up, Bobbling.
Oh, yes, excellent.
Okay, so with that, we're going to preload some scenes here, and we're going to take this in 2 different scenes. So it is going to be Don Julio and Samwise we're going to deal with first, since that will probably be the faster of the interactions, and then they'll be catching up to the people at the library eventually anyways. So give me 1 second here.
Party face and a party tank going off on their own.
PCs. Let's get a Don Julio in here. Let's get a Samawaz in here. Okay. And
Zeke would go with Don Julio because he's the only one there like he really knows.
Okay, that's true. You two have been kind of close. All right, makes sense to have the 3 anyways. You still got some big ones on the other team. Okay. So the 3 of you head to the basically like what's known as the Cat Bazaar, which is in a part of the city that is, like I said, it's a little run down. It's close to the Southern Library, which is not the nice library of the city. And the area that you're going in is, I mean, it's an alleyway full of junk and cats, but to you, that is a primo place to do what you need to do. And there are indeed other cats there milling about.
Just checking. If it's an alleyway, does that also mean it's also full of a lot of shadows?
Yeah, I'd say there's like tall buildings on either side of it, as well as all sorts of various junk and stuff. I'd say it's pretty full of various shadows and stuff.
Excellent, thank you.
All right. So he said we're asking for the Lost One.
All right.
All right. Let's cruise. Start walking through the bazaar.
Okay, so start walking through the bazaar. There's other cats milling about. It looks like despite the chaos going on in the city, and there's still like sirens going off, and there's still people sort of walking around in a hushed panic. Many of them wearing like breathing coverings and stuff because there's been a lot of like dust and debris throughout the city, because it was like not just the Vatican, but like a chunk around the Vatican all collapsed in like that part of the city. And it just caused like a chain reaction, and just like there was like a lot of destruction within the Vatican City itself. So people have been dealing with that, and as a result, the Burdens are walking around covered and hushed and everything like this. The cats are a little more open. There's a lot of nervous talk about, you know, having to deal with the situation and what's going on.
Given what we've run into already today, Samwise is going in with his preternatural awareness on.
Okay.
Just to, you know, notice any invisible beings, astral travelers, or other subtle supernatural weirdness.
All right. I will give it to you right off the bat. There's definitely some cats skulking invisibly, like in the shadows or up on the roofs, but in such a way that like a normal Burden or even some of the other cats wouldn't be able to notice. And it's not that it's suspicious in any way. That's not unusual, especially in a place like this. There's always going to be a degree of the cats that are just hiding, just skulking. That's what they do.
I mean, that's what I usually do, so yeah. I agree with that.
Don Julio, I believe you're taking the lead on this one, looking for certain people to talk to. How would you like to approach? There's like several groups in here milling about. How would you like to go about approaching them?
Well, I mean, we're looking for something in relation with like the other like mob family, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or one of them. I'm gonna look for like typical signs that I would look for in my own town, like certain groups that are gathered together, or maybe like listening for certain signs. Obviously, I mean, I'm assuming some of them would speak like a different dialect or different language, so it would take a little bit of doing, right? Or just
there's the different accents, but really all the cats kind of just speak the same language.
Okay.
Cats can all just understand each other, even if sometimes their accents are abnormally thick.
Probably check for territory markings.
Yeah, and listen for maybe different like phrases or keywords that might sound similar to what you hear for like kind of like secret talk, right?
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Let's do this. So Samwise, you're helping to keep a lookout for it as well, and Don Julio, you're kind of taking the lead on this. Zeke, what are you doing while they're looking around for signs of organized activity?
Just following closely. Like Zeke's like way out of his element. Like he's a country boy. This is a big city. But like out of all the cats, like Don Julio is the only one he's like really kind of like fought alongside with.
Okay, so Samwise, we're going to start with you. I am going to say that we are going to do let's say a clever roll for creating an advantage for like helping Don Julio actually like notice things. Basically, you'll be assisting him in a way. So go ahead and roll that, and we are going to say it is we're going to say it's a 2. Not too hard. Is it not rolling for you? Samwise?
Sorry, I thought that was Julio rolling. Sorry, I must have blanked out there for a second.
I said Samwise. I'm pretty sure it said Samwise.
Yeah, several times.
I didn't include that. My bad.
Welcome back. Samwise, roll a clever for me as you are assisting Don Julio.
Okay.
Since he is taking the lead on this. Focus. And a 2 is what you needed. Okay, so you're going to be, basically you're going to be adding an additional +2 onto his roll. So Don Julio, you are, how exactly are you approaching? So you're just keeping an eye out, basically, right?
Yeah, because again, like, I mean, we're kind of out of our element where it's not our normal environment, but I feel like there would be like kind of like certain mannerisms that would be common between mobs, even between different places, right? So whether it's like talking like a different phrasing than normal, so that like most can recognize it or something like that, like as
so roll. I'm gonna say it's probably a clever, because you are relying on your like intellect, intelligence, and like past experience and whatnot. Go ahead and roll a clever for me. There's gonna be an additional +2 on the roll at the end. I don't even know if you can fail this, but let's give a try and see what happens. You could roll all negatives.
Yeah, don't underestimate us.
I think you would have to actually roll all negatives.
it's not letting me roll. Give me a second here.
Yeah,
like
fate dice and then roll, right?
Well, he can just roll it from his character sheet.
There we go.
There we
go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Fuck.
So that's an 8. So succeeding with style. Okay.
Much style.
Yeah. Okay. So you are. I'm gonna give you. Yeah, okay. So you not only recognize there's like a local band of cats that do seem to be part of an organization of some kind. They're all wearing like matching neon scrunchies on their back left legs that they seem to be using as like a gang tag. They're like little girls' scrunchies. But you recognize that the way they're wearing them and the fact that they have their tails bound with elastics, almost cutting off the blood flow. It looks painful, but it looks like it's sort of a mark or badge of honor. You've dealt with these before in your own city, actually. So you not only are familiar with the fact that they're an organization, you're familiar with their organization. They are the cats that originally started the burden gangs known as the Triads.
I'll be honest, you said neon scrunchies and elastics. I could only think, oh my god, it's the multicultural gangs from the 80s that Reagan warned everyone about.
No.
I immediately look back at Zeke and hope that Samwise can hear me from the shadows and say, once we approach these guys, nothing but the utmost respect. If they raise a hand at me, you don't flinch, you don't move.
You don't want me in the shadows then?
Yeah.
I haven't actually taken shadow form yet, so.
Oh, yeah.
Are you telling me you want me to turn the other cheek if they start wailing on you?
Unless it gets fatal, yes, because they'll kill us.
Speak for yourself, as I'm going to just break off, move to some nearby shadows, and shadow form.
Okay. There's a roll, a stock roll for the shadow form, isn't there?
There is. I'm rolling it right now.
Yeah.
Just to remember, do I add anything other than the +2 for it being my core magic?
You're kind of being careful right now, so I would say it's a careful roll, and you're just really adding the +2.
So I don't add it. Yeah.
We lost a Wendy to AFK.
We lost Kathy?
Yes.
Oh, Kathy AFK'd. Oh, she wasn't moving. 1 second. Let me turn off the AFK. Here, I'll write it back. No, just if I don't turn off AFK, because you're just sitting there and you don't do anything with the computer, eventually it thinks you're away from keyboard and it just boots you. But I can turn that off. I can turn that off.
So yeah, I made the check. I do not gain the cool streak aspect for this.
Okay.
Because it goes off either way. It's just whether or not I become a bit of an asshole for the scene.
Yeah.
Or not.
Okay. So you fade into the shadows, moving off to the side, trying to keep yourself unknown, as the other two walk up to a gang, and they, like, unlike some of the other gangs, which are a bit raucous, making noise, like, despite things going on in the city, a lot of the other, like, sort of groups of cats, they're jostling around. It's sort of that they're releasing that nervous tension by sort of being a little extra silly or something. These cats are deadpan serious. You barely even hear them speaking. They're just kind of there, and they look, as you approach, they all just kind of look at you. No hackles raised. They don't go into like defensive positions. They barely register that you're there. In fact, two of them actually do that thing where like they just kind of like face away from you and look into the sky as if you were unimportant.
Many blessings to your family. My name is Don Julio. This is my associate Zeke. We're from out of town.
Yeah.
I pull the fish or the meat, like the mouse, out of my pocket.
Yeah.
And like present it and like place it in front of him and say, I don't mean to disturb you in these troubling times. However, we are looking for information on what's going on and seeing if maybe we can help to kind of keep the families in good communication, to better serve the city.
We accept your offer. And with that, like, one of the cats, his tail comes out, and like a scorpion tail, manages to stab the mouse and draw it into him.
We have been told to ask about the lost one from Snag.
The lost one, yes. We know of the lost one. What do you want of the lost one?
I mean, as you can see, the city is in turmoil. While not many of us know exactly what's going on, Snag figured the Lost One might have a better idea. We're just looking for any kind of clues or leads that might help us to point us in the right direction and hopefully find some peace for the city.
You said the Lost Snag wanted the Lost One. What does he know about the Lost One?
I don't imagine very much. He didn't have much information for us. He just said that's who we should ask for.
You see a couple of them looking at each other, and they're like, they all get up. It's not that they're in an offensive posture or anything, but they all do get up, and just they're not as relaxed right now as the one that you're speaking to, and this one seems to be a fairly thick-coated Siamese. Looks at you and goes, "And you just so happened on the same day that we lost the Lost One, come and know a bit of information, knowing that the Lost One was here? We never told anyone we had the Lost One here. How did you find out?"
I just asked who we should ask, or what kind of information we might need if we were going to ask around for more information, and he said to ask for the Lost One. That's all I know.
Tell you what, we're not going to take your faces. Although we are going to have words with Snag now. Snag shouldn't even know that information. We're going to find out how he knows that information. What we need to know is where the Lost One is as well. You find any information, you're going to tell us, yes?
As long as no trouble comes to my allies, I'm happy to share information.
That's a simple yes. You're going to tell us, yes?
Yes.
Yes, I thought so. I thought so. You're gonna be a good boy. The goodest boy. And you can tell, like, that was meant as an insult, like basically calling you a dog.
Yeah, he like, he's gritting his teeth so hard, he's like, the bestest.
So, you look for the Lost One, and we can find out more. I know shit's going down, but that doesn't mean we're giving you everything. We don't know you. And we do know Snag. Doesn't mean it's a good thing. Now we're going to have words with Snag. We will send him a message. Thank you for letting us know.
I'm just gonna back up and say, where should we start looking?
If we knew, we'd be looking there already.
Well, I'm not from this city. I need at least something to go on to start.
Listen, I'm not your mama. You be a big boy, you go do it. If you find anything, you let us know. If you don't, nothing you. We will talk to Snag.
Sure enough. All right, let's go. Just turn on my heel, like, let's go, Zeke. Let's go.
Okay. Zeke doesn't even say anything. As soon as they get out of earshot, Zeke's just like, I like my face.
You were picking up that there's definitely something going on there. Like they suddenly have a weird suspicion of Snag. You have a feeling that the triads, although not like instant, like we're going to attack or anything bad. You have a feeling this triads now have this probably uneasy suspicion of Snag. Mm-hmm. Something that may have to be dealt with, as if someone had redeemed player complication in the chat.
Anybody who's seen The Godfather knows exactly what's going on.
He's gonna wake up. What do cats ride?
What do
What's the
cats?
equivalent of a horse head for a cat?
I guess a dog.
They're burden.
Ooh,
Dead bird. Yeah.
That's brutal.
Yeah, there you go.
That's pretty brutal.
Or a horse head.
That good. It's good too.
Yeah, an entire horse head. How'd you even get it there? I don't know.
Oh, I thought you said horse head. What if they're bird or
Or both. Or both.
Interesting.
So with that, I'm assuming you guys are going to take off.
Yeah.
You weren't there that awfully long, so you're going to be only just behind the other group as they head to the library.
As soon as I run out of shadow, I'll reform.
Okay. Let me give me 1 second. So Don Julio, Zeke, Grigori, you're not there at all. And Samwise, you're going to be invisible for now. So it'll be these three doofuses. Okay. You know what? I'm going to make my life easier. They weren't there that long, and it took you a hot second to sort of find exactly where the library is. I'm just going to say they catch up to you, just to make our lives easier. You start stepping in when they sort of just see you just in the nick of time as you guys are stepping into the library. Okay. Let me bring up my notes here. Okay.
Hey.
Heading into the library. Moving music down here a little bit. All right, going into the library. Nope, take a hot second. Did I forget the preload? Maybe I forgot the preload. There we go. Despite being on the southern end, I mean, it's still Vatican City. The so-called lesser library is still quite nice on the inside and well put together. Probably the reason the others could have caught up to you is the fact that it did seem to be locked and closed at the moment. Did not seem to be open to the public, and it took you a hot second to figure out how to get in. But you do eventually do so. So you guys are venturing in with the other three doofuses just lagging behind a little bit. But you do enter the library. The library itself has that smell of old musty books, but also of incense.
I love that smell.
And it's definitely not only an old library, but old library in a holy city style. Like there's relics on either side. There's like censers around, but that the incense would have been in. There's even a cleansing bowl near the front and whatnot. And I mean, it's a library in the Vatican City.
So it turns out the lost one is very aptly named as the currently lost.
And I mean, that's a big thing. They wouldn't have given up that information at all unless they were desperate. They're not the kind of people to even let go the knowledge that their leader is not there.
Is the lost one their leader?
I would assume so. They seem to revere him.
That's not what I got of that, but not really my beat, as it were.
Yeah, it's a good thing that you didn't have to share any other information with them. So let's see, where's this? I'm assuming librarian, keeper of the books, mouse catcher.
So you guys start to head further into the library, down through the carpeted areas. It's apparent there's no burdens around right now. You're guessing with the emergencies happening within the city, they decided to just not open the library today. So whatever cats remain here probably have run of the place. And
Zeke's eyes just gleam at the high shelves.
Oh yeah, it's definitely one of those multi-tiered libraries. Like, aside from the fact that there's like an upstairs and a downstairs in this big grand room, even the shelves themselves are more than large enough that you need those like sliding ladder things to get to like the tops and whatnot. And then there's like that nice gapped area that's perfect for cats to go from like shelf to shelf. And then like shoehorn, I imagine you're barely restraining yourself from all like the swinging chandeliers and everything that's all around.
I'm immediately getting on top of the shelf. We'll see about the chandelier next.
Okay. So as you go in amongst the bookshelves, sort of in the back, you hear a little bit of a voice, just someone sort of sing song to themselves. You just hear a Mr. Fishy, my dearest and only friend. It's that I hear. Some people are near. Let's see what aid I lend. Hello?
Yes,
Hi.
we're over here.
Oh God.
It is that.
That's what the sing song.
It is that as.
Wizard cat.
Oh God.
Those eyes.
It is I, Philistopheles. What do you need? What do you need? Come on in right away. What do you need? What can I do for you?
I am Boblin, and these are my companions, and we need to know about the doom of the Catacomb.
I see. Well, welcome to the library where all your knowledge is here. Knowledge that makes you happy, or knowledge that you may fear. Welcome to the library where all of your and like little like streamers sort of pop up, and you see like he's got like a hook on like a string. It looks like he's kind of starting into a dance number. Welcome to the library. When from the side, go ahead.
Do you like oatmeal? You look like you like oatmeal.
He doesn't hear you because he's in the middle of a dance number. And from the side, that's when you finally hear, "That's enough of that. What did I tell you about your fucking dance numbers?" Well, the new people in the library, and I thought we'd give them a bit of an intro with the resplendent numbers that I like to give.
We're on a time crunch right now, so maybe stuff it a bit, eh?
Including the one that seems to have mental challenges.
Yes.
I'll give you a mental challenge.
You do that thing again, and I'll be taken to Mr. Fishy away from you. And with that, another cat appears.
So is Philosophies just permanently stuck in a Disney movie?
Yeah, basically. He just thinks he's like a Disney princess or some shit. He wants to break into song and dance so badly. That's when a black, a deep dark black cat comes out. Welcome to the library. My name is Papa Skitter, and I am the official librarian. What can I do for you?
We need to... We were told when we were at the Catacomb yesterday that there was a prophecy about us and fighting the doom of the Catacomb and being the doom of the Catacomb, and now the doom of the Catacomb has arrived, and we need to know about that, and I need to know if you have all the stuff for a bit of a future seeing. Yes. I need to see the future. I need to know. Yes, that's the word.
So what you're telling me is that you are there during the fall of the Catacomb.
Yes, it was not pleasant or polite or pretty. It was horrible. There was a giant owl creature thing, and then there was the thing with all the tentacles, and there was exploding heads. And
when you say owl creature, Philistopheles actually looks at Papa Skitter like there's like the look of recognition, an acknowledgement.
Yeah, the Chamberlain was... He was wearing the Chamberlain as a disguise. The owl thing.
You are talking about Beelzebub.
Oh, wonderful. Yes, he managed to kill off most of the... well, he did kill off all of the council cardinals, yes. All
I
those
have
wonderful hat-wearing...
only heard rumors that Beelzebub is existed.
Oh, I can guarantee you he's not a rumor.
And then, like, the whole group is together at this point. You guys have easily caught up.
No, I saw him with both my eyes and my other eyes.
And you say that all of you were part of some sort of prophecy to take Dane... what?
They said, from what I understand, the prophecy that was discovered a few weeks ago said that we were summoned to the Catechin to answer for the crimes that we hadn't yet committed of causing the downfall of the Catechin, but by inviting us there, they actually brought their own doom upon them because they were all gathered to judge us, and everybody went. There was lots of head popping and tentacles, and it was very unpleasant.
This is,
I didn't do nothing.
This is worse than I thought. Very well. You mentioned something about the precognition.
Yes, it's one of my specialties. I'm pretty good at it.
I have only a glimmer of it, but I am good at teaching and guiding others. If you need the guidance.
That's always wonderful. Any help is good, especially since it appears that there's also the lost one is also lost currently, from what I am understanding. From well, I mean, I would assume that Don Julio would be able to explain it better, but McStuffins said something about the lost one being lost. So yes,
Papa Skitter looks at Don Julio and Samwise, and so what is this about the lost one being lost?
It's just
Fitz is going to slide back quickly to the Dawn and say, "Have you got a present for this guy?"
I may have already given it to some very angry men.
Nothing in your pocket?
Very
in your
angry
pockets?
cats. No. I mean, you heard, your hearing is impeccable. Yeah, the lost one is apparently lost. And no one knows where to find him. And now I feel like if I don't, I'm going to lose my face.
Well, there's not much I can do about your face. But the lost one being lost in a time like this is not good. Last I had heard, the Triads had captured him. He is one of the greatest seers of all time.
Oh.
Well, the Triads seem to have lost him, according to the Triads.
That is not good. Who could have taken him from the Triads? That I do not know. Okay, what specific information are you looking for here? We shall narrow it down.
Well, I think we need to know how to, well, beat or reseal whatever has been released. Put order back.
I see. Well, in that case, we're going to have to figure out what has been released. We have a specialist that we could speak to, well, that you could speak to, but it is not without its complications.
Oh, you're gonna make me look at things again.
We have everyone calls me the information broker on the world of the supernatural. What they do not realize is I am basically a face, a front. What we have in the basement, is the real information broker. It might be time to speak to them.
Yes, I think so.
Sounds like a plan.
There may be a complication. Normally, the information broker asks a price. But it could be different. Do you have anything to offer to it in return?
We can do
that favor thing.
I don't know if the favor is exactly what it would be looking for. Don Julio's out of mice.
The information broker has accepted a promised favor before as payment.
Oh, good. Then we might be able to have something we can deal with. Because honestly, all I have on myself is my poor sweater and my fire stick.
I dare say if it gives you the information, then it's probably us 6 of you that will be offering the future payment.
Don Julio looks up and says, what about a name? What about a true name?
A true name?
That is payment?
To the thing that we are, or your own true name, that is a powerful gift. If someone were to give their true name to the information broker, I dare say that nothing would be asked of the rest of the group. That would be something powerful indeed.
Well, you've all helped me out so far. I guess it's my turn to ante up.
Nope. Not a good plan.
Well,
No.
we will be doing it, so...
No, it's fine. I can give it my true name. It's all right. Won't be. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
We Seers have to do these sort of things occasionally. It's usually a once in a lifetime thing, but you know, it is what it is, and we need information. And honestly, it's what I do. I'm information. I'm not good in a fight. I'm just not.
A favor is a better idea. Give
name.
up your name.
Zeke will step forward and look at the information broker and say, Ezekiel.
Okay. Hello. What can I do for you?
You want a true name, right?
No, I am not the information broker. I am just the face.
Oh.
The information broker's in the basement.
I'll offer up my name then.
Okay. Thankfully, I am not a namer. I also am a seeker. And Starfleet is over there, was busy dancing.
Yeah, Zeke was kind of like, he was here, but like he was just mostly watching Phyllis Oxley's dance.
we need information, and I mean, it's been the longer it goes on, the worse it gets, and Boblin rubs his little fur spot on his nose.
I do warn you to be patient with the information broker. I dare say he is older than even your furless friend there. older than myself.
I don't know. You don't look that old. You're probably like what, 10, maybe 11.
Knowledge is power. You do not even understand. I am 35 years old.
Small hush goes over the group.
That's pretty good. Definitely getting up there.
But Don Julio just forgets like personal space for a second and like puts both of his paws on his cheeks like, I must know your secret.
What lotion is it? That is not something I can share.
That's what happens when you spend a lot of time not in your body.
Let's just say I learned certain things in Haiti that has helped me.
I can only imagine the price.
The price is what that. Is there anything that you think that we could look up in the books before we go and talk to the real information broker?
Well, I mean, unless you have a list of prophecies that have been found within the last 3 weeks, I mean...
I have nothing new on the prophecies. The information I have on the things that the Burdens don't know about, the things that cats know about, is limited. Only what I have heard. We are not, obviously, big on the right things ourselves.
Yeah, I hear you.
I have heard mumblings over my long years of prophecies of end times. I have always assumed that they were mumbo jumbo, nothing.
Oh, I wish I could say the same. Ooh, time travel. Ooh, that's what we should do. We should just go back to last week and just all not come. That'd be perfect. Ignore the summons.
I dare say time travel is not exactly an easy skill. It has only been attempted a couple of times in history and not always to good results.
Yeah.
Book off the shelf. I'm gonna assume like it's like you do that one where like they're all so tightly fit in with each other that when you paw one, it's like a domino effect and almost the entire shelf just like falling onto the floor. And being like a Vatican library, some of the books like they're like hundreds and hundreds of years old.
That's so fun. I should do it again.
Shoehorn.
Yes.
I'm cold.
All right, you see Shoehorn just all of a sudden back legs are just scratching because again it's like hard wood, so there's like very little traction, and my legs are moving really fast. All of a sudden, diving leap. I'm flying through the air. I'm gonna land. We'll see how well on top of Boblin here. What do you want? What kind of a roll do you want here?
I'm gonna say that's a forceful kind of makes sense for me.
Damn straight it is.
All right, not too bad. You're not completely bowling him over. Like it doesn't affect him. Like it's not giving him a consequence or anything. Although you do kind of knock him over. As
I'm gonna kind of wrap him up and kind of like basically like shove him into my belly and kind of like curdle over him.
Okay, all right. Yeah, you don't like football tackle him like you're a Warforged tackling a 6-year-old girl, but you knock him over and just sort of like hug him like bear hug him or shoehorn hug him, and yeah, you're like his coat.
Spooning.
I'm gonna keep you really good warm.
Hey, Boblin, you managed to train him in no time flat, didn't you?
All right.
You might be a fucking brute, but you're my fucking brute.
With that, I think that they were not going to accomplish much up here. We will bring you to the entrance of the basement, but we will not enter with you. We do not wish to pledge more than we all have already pledged.
You will say a ledge is power. Which ledge?
The knowledge.
Tall ledge is power. Got it.
Yes.
Let's
Always
go about
aided advantage.
Tall ledge.
They say there are two types of cats, the tree cat and the bush cat. I am the tree cat.
Shelf cat here.
Better than the two cats. And with that, I think I preloaded. Yes, I did. Okay. With that, he starts to bring you to like a sort of a side area. It looks like there's some like maintenance doors. Philistopheles will actually go over and with what seems to be surprising amounts of strength is able to open the burden doors with relative ease, actually. But doing so with a little sing-song, being like, through the doors, we'll find something new. Stop it. You take Mr. Fishy away. Sorry.
Zeke walks by, goes off. I liked it.
Thank you. I could do an encore
I think
later.
the guy's got talent.
I think so. I wanted to be part of the theater troupe, but I got assigned here.
Well, that's a shame, pal, because you're pretty good.
With that, they finally bring you to a series of hallways. They bring you to what seems to be like already a basement, and then they bring you to what looks like another entrance to like another like sub basement. And this is where there's this old metal door, and it looks like it's been, for those of you that have warding, you recognize the warding on it is not against cats so much as it's almost like a glamour so that the burdens ignore that this door exists. I forget which one of you, which of you guys have warding aside from
I do.
Gregorio. Oh, you do. Yeah, I think it's just Fitz. Yeah, so you would be able to tell that this door is basically glamored so that the burdens forget it exists, and probably have forgotten it exists for quite some time. Probably so that the cats can come and go without having to worry. This is where you need
And all
to
the
go.
cats recognize this, or do I have to share that information?
And only people with warding would recognize it.
Oh, this door, the burdens cannot see. So this must be a very special door for cats.
I can see it.
The problem is, how do we get through it?
Oh, Philistopheles will open the door for you. Oh, I think it was Wes again.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine. It happens a lot. So with this, you're going to head to the basement.
I got a double shoehorn.
We do have a double shoehorn. Oh, I must have dragged him out instead of Samwise. Oops.
It's duplicate just decided to shoehorn himself in.
There we go. Okay. I'm just always kind of putting shoehorn above everybody else. I'm kind of assuming you're just taking the high road. That seems to be your thing.
Knowledge is a power.
And then actually, Samwise, you'll probably be off to the side, slinking in the shadows.
Or near them, at least. Yep.
Whereas everyone else just kind of dealing with things a little bit more head on. The other two cats don't follow you.
We coming?
Yes. They said they didn't want to. They've already pledged enough to the information broker. They didn't want to be part of this deal, whatever deal is made. With this, we are going to stop the music for a second. Get a little spooky in the basement. You go down to the basement. There is very dim lighting, but you find it is fairly dark. Now you're cats, so it's not a big deal. But even with your cat senses, it's still fairly dark kind of oppressive. It's got that really old, musty smell. Like the only like old European buildings can get this type of old, musty smell, because they have just been built upon, existed forever. This type of thing. You're guessing that the brickwork here is truly ancient. Any sort of furnace style machines that are down in here were probably added much later in life, as far as this place is concerned, although it doesn't look like any of the machinery down here is actually workable anymore. Like, it looks like it's just sort of been left to rot. Now, is anyone using their like preternatural senses? I believe we've got a couple.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. With that, you will notice that it's you can't get like a clear picture of them or anything, but you will be the first person to notice that there is indeed someone in the corner. And yes, that is when you finally hear, "Enter my dungeon, the door of which you opened. Now I have come, and together we speak. What do you wish?" And you do notice something. There's something very otherworldly about him. It's not like a normal cat aura. There's something different, something modified. You can't tell. There's something obscuring him, even from your preternatural senses at the same time.
Oh, that's just weird.
We need answers on how to put back whatever got loose yesterday.
I have sensed it. Your kind and mine have been at war for a long time.
Zeke's hackles are up.
So when you say your kind, you wouldn't happen to be talking about them eldritch things, would you?
Mayhaps. A demon to some, an angel to others. Your kind has fought mine for time immeasurable, countless lives and endless suffering that has fed us, but this threat is greater than our shared pleasure.
You wouldn't happen to be possessing that kitty right now, would you?
Kitty. No kitty. Only me, obscured. Now, you can't actually make out a form. You just, you kind of originally assumed it was a cat, but you've got no confirmation of this.
All right.
Ask your questions, and we will strike a deal.
We understand that it was... Oh, now I can't even think of his name. Alzmadeus?
Alzabub.
Alzabub. We understand it was Alzabub has brought about this doom of the catacomb.
Oh, Alzabub. How tasty. Yes. Many a times have we had friendly discourse and unfriendly discourse from eons past.
But mainly Discord? Sorry.
Yeah, he was there. He used the I'm assuming the life force of the Cardinals and they and the council, the parliament, the grand parliament, and most of them are dead, horribly so, and a large geometric shaped creature with tentacles was formed.
I see. They do not want what I want, despite us being at odds. Mayhaps it would be beneficial for us to work together, although a cost still must be paid.
What are you exactly?
I'm confused.
You're
in league with the Albert thing?
You ask what I am. Once again, you're holding the key down.
Oh, sorry.
Once again, a demon to some, an angel to others. But those have been released to seek to eradicate all the burdens. None shall remain. Without your burdens, I have no one to share my experiences to. Experiences beyond limits, pain and pleasure, indivisible.
Yes.
Somebody explain to me what he just said.
He's saying that he needs the burdens as much as we need to protect them because his existence doesn't exist without them.
Although we have been at odds, and with this, the figure steps forward.
Ooh.
Oh.
For long have we been at odds. Anguish so sweet with ecstasy. Nevertheless, a wiping of the burdens would deprive me of my pleasure in their pain.
Oh my god.
I don't think I like him. In fact, I'm sure I don't like him.
Yeah, he's a bit of a hellraiser, isn't he?
A little bit. What price do you wish to pay? What do you offer?
Will you take a name?
A true name. One that I may use, so that we may share my experiences, and I could enlighten you with pleasures beyond your understanding.
Not to mention pain beyond understanding, too, I'm thinking.
These are not exclusively different. These are intermingled. These are one.
Oh, crap. I want to go home.
Zeke's tail is fully frilled right now.
I will take your name. You're like freaking out a bit.
He's just kind of like.
Who's he talking to?
Fully back arched and just.
I will give my name. Again, you are all useful for other things. Information is my game.
You have offered your name. He looks at Don Julio. Do you also offer your name?
Does one suffice?
One will do, but I would take two. You could learn much from me.
Now is not the time to be greedy. If
Very
this is a
well.
partnership, one will suffice.
Then very well, I will take your name and give you the information you seek. You are, after all, in the prophecy.
Oh, goody. It is a thing.
So you sort of speak forth your true name to him?
Yes.
Okay.
It's kind of like sharing in Earthsea kind of.
Yeah, I'm assuming there's this thing like it's like a wave of power as you speak it. That sort of emits type thing.
My true name is Stargazer.
Very well. Very well. Then what you need to know is you are indeed destined, but destiny is not always foretold 100%. It is more calculated by those like myself that you could be the downfall of the one who has arisen.
What can you tell?
Sorry. No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Owlzabub has calculated to rid this world of the burdens. He seeks to rid this world of their irksome nature, not understanding the pleasures they can give in their pain. You have been prophesied that you could stop this. However, being here will not be enough. You must travel. You must stop him elsewhere. I have a word for you and a gift for you. Well, a place for you and a gift for you. Seek the Hebridean ruins, Cairnaberg Moor.
Hebridean ruins, Cairnaberg Moor.
Yes.
Could we get some spellings for those?
There's Cairnaberg Moor. If you seek them, you will feel such sweet anguish that I shudder with ecstasy at the thought of it.
Now, I know you can't help but feel like that sounds a bit familiar.
Oh.
Should.
The more, that is.
Well, the Hebridean ruins, I'm assuming he means the Hebridean Isles.
That is correct.
Yeah.
By the way, familiar then?
Would that be the Isle of Skye or on the other side? By the
The other
first
side.
and fourth.
I do not know the terms of these locations. Only the ancient names.
So we're talking about the North Sea.
The Hebrides are beyond the sky. They're beyond Skye. The north of Skye. Northwest of Skye. Yes.
So that would put them in the Atlantic.
They're like a Scottish island chain.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, I know that, but
They're on the Atlantic side.
How big do you think Scotland is?
okay, no,
In the
it's
middle.
in the middle. I
understand
understand where we are now.
Yeah. Before you go, I must offer. Should anyone wish to come closer, I have such sights to show you. Who would wish to be enlightened?
Oh, I think I'll probably be seeing enough of those soon enough.
No
Plus-
takers?
I had to see Owlzabub anyways, so.
I dare say I need a better sales pitch. Anywho,
Have you tried puzzle boxes? I understand they're very popular.
1 second. Oh, how do we log out? There you go. You're back in.
Thank you.
That brings me to your gift. And he pulls out a puzzle box.
Oh.
This will channel the needed energy at the ruins. Good luck. Our deal is concluded. You, Stargazer. Was it Stargazer or Skygazer?
Stargazer.
You, Stargazer. I will see you in your nightmares.
Well, yeah, because I'm going to be seeing you there. Yeah.
With that, he steps back into the shadows, just sort of vanishing. Even with your pretty natural awareness, you find it, Samwise, very, very difficult to focus on where he went.
Hey, well, that's a tricky bastard right there.
Oh, you said that again.
I didn't think giving him your two names a good idea, to be honest. I think I could have held it for a lower, more frugal price. Then, you know,
we need
we
to
control over your freaking soul.
we needed the information now, and we needed it now. There's no haggling with something like that. It's just it is or it isn't.
Well, what's done is done. Now we need to go to this Hebridean what's-it.
Yeah, it's
Whatever.
Well, first we need to go back to Snag and let him know that we're leaving the country again.
And also what happened to the last one.
Yeah. So with that, you're still in the basement now, and you're looking at leaving, heading topside.
Yeah, as soon as that door is open, Zeke's the first one out.
All right. Figured I needed something a little otherworldly and spooky that was willing to talk to you, and I'm like, Pinhead.
It worked.
One of the most powerful Cenobites, second only to CD Head.
You should
the third fucking movie.
I think you need to put a pin in that joke.
Oh.
I should take your fate point away.
I agree.
I won't.
That link I shared in Discord is pretty adequate and appropriate, I think.
Yeah, sharing a link. You can't add any more notes? What? It's weird.
Yeah, there's like a little. It looks like the chat window, but it's like at the bottom it says Fate Roll, and it won't let me edit my notes now. And I can't get it to go away.
Weird.
Even if I refresh.
Huh. I'm gonna have to take a look at that. Okay, we'll take a look at that afterwards. Because I can see. Oh, it happens even when I bring up your character. Like the bio somehow has got like its own public role thing. What the hell happened to your character?
Oh, that's worse.
I don't know what happened.
Oh no.
It doesn't, like, as long as I'm not on the bio thing, it's fine, but like something's broken with your, we just might have to like just like make a new character sheet and just like copy and paste things over, because I don't know what just happened. I've never seen that before. That's weird.
It's only there when it's only there when I click edit and like when I exit out of it after clicking on it, like I can't see any of my skills or anything like that. Like I have to exit out of the thing and
yeah, it's not happening when I go to anyone else's character sheet. Just your character sheet is borked hard.
Yeah,
that's fine. I can still see all of the stunts and skills and everything, so I can or it disappeared. But when I first loaded, I can see everything, so I'll upload it for you afterwards or whatnot.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Not a problem. That's a weird ass, I don't know, database glitch or something going on with your character. Okay, back to the secrets of cats. With that, you go back up to the library, and sort of waiting there on pins and needles, you see Papa Skidda and Philistopheles there, and the really dark cat looks at you and goes, "So, what happened?"
We're going to his homeland.
Hey, we're going to Scotland. You know, after we make sure there's nothing else for us to do around here to help clean up and whatnot.
Nobody understands what you're saying.
Well, it seems that you've got quite a while to travel. That is not a very short trip. I wish you all the best. If there's anything else that we can do for you, just let us know.
Yeah, there is. What about this precognition thing you were going to do for my friend here?
Yes, what can we help you determine or interpret?
Well, I was gonna. Now I've got answers, but I guess I could see if. I mean, I could try to find the lost one. I mean, seekers are seekers. We, you know.
Of course. Let me read the prognostication. Prognostication. We kept saying precog, and it's not. It's prognostication, not precognition.
Yep. Which is kind of weird. I guess they're not actually linguistically related.
I'm prognosticating.
Okay, all right. You can delve into your slot, make a seeking roll, average one position. So you get a single word aspect hinting at a future event. Time frame of several days in which it will happen. Spend shifts. If you have at least 3 shifts, you can stop refining the prophecy. Oh, you can spend shifts one at a time to reduce the time frame or to add a word. Okay, so basically you roll, and depending on how good you roll is how much we can sort of like narrow it down type of thing. All right. Okay. Now how let's see, how are we approaching this? You're sort of peering into the future, trying to basically prepare yourself for what's happening.
Yeah. I would like to, I mean, we've already had to make one sacrifice, so I'd like to know if, there's the potential that, so we can be more prepared.
Okay. So I'm thinking careful probably applies in this situation.
Okay.
And then of course you add your magic.
Okay.
Go ahead and make a magical careful roll for me. See how well we do. And what he's going to do is he's by assisting you in this, since he's a good teacher and able to help you with the channeling, he adds an additional +2 onto your roll.
Okay, so that's careful +6.
Sweet Jesus. So a 7. Yeah. Okay. So it starts at basically like 3-day times. You can get a 1 word, but you can change this by 3. You can start changing how long in the future this prognostication goes, or how much information you're getting out of it. What would you kind of like to focus on the most?
Information, because I'm pretty sure of the timeline.
Okay. Well, in that case, so you're gonna get what? 1. So technically, you get like 8 words. Give me 1 second. All right. That is. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a mixture of sort of like pictures as well as the words. You get a picture of this. You want to say like rough and tumble cat amidst all these decaying mechanical devices of one kind or another, and then you see a picture of this pure white cat that is very similar to you, another like Sphinx cat. But with this like pure like porcelain white skin also there as well. And you will get the following sentence.
Oh. Okay. Interesting. All right. Well, I have some possible answers, but I think we should go talk to Snag, because some of these things don't make sense to me, but they might make sense to him.
That sounds good.
Okay, so you guys want to head back to Snag's throne?
Yeah, probably the best idea.
Yep.
All right, and you'll see Grigori is also there, helping out. They basically finished shoring up some of their warding.
Excellent.
All right, and now we just have to figure out how the damn thing got past the warding at the Vatican.
Well, from what I mean, one of the warders can probably correct me on this, but if it was wearing a cat suit and the wards are designed to allow cats past, and then it summoned its full self inside the wards, it wouldn't have to worry about getting through the wards.
So you need smarter wards then?
Well, considering that most of the wards are dead animals, dead things, they're not going to be that smart.
All right. So, where is our gracious host?
So you go there. Snag's back on his throne. As you come in, he seems happy to see all of you, but especially Don Julio. He goes, Don Julio, you are under a crew aback. How did you fare upon the streets?
We met what I can only assume were the triads.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, you are alive, so I assume that you did good.
Well, we need to find the lost one. I thought that the lost one was associated with them. Now I'm not so sure. And apparently they're gonna send you a message, so I would be careful.
Send me a message. What? Oh shit, what did you say?
I asked them where to find the lost one.
I had heard through the grapevine that the last one would used to hang out in that area. Were they with the triads?
Apparently the triads, like what would it say, kidnapped him or something like that? Kidnapped?
Oh shit.
Right, and then apparently he got away somehow. And now he's again lost again.
He's not lost. I know where he is.
And now the triads think I know something about it.
I did seem to be a bit surprised that you knew it was in the area.
I had known that the last one was around there, not that it was tied to two other triads. Oh, this is bad.
Do you know a scrapjack?
I do not know what a scrapjack is.
Okay, good. You don't happen to know any cats like me, but white, as opposed to pink?
Well, I think that matches the description of the last one. Furless and white, like a dinner plate, licked clean.
Yes, that matches. Yes. Is there a place around here where there's all kinds of old machinery?
Old machines? We got all the machines here. You want the bicycle?
No. A gathering place of old things, old machines.
I mean, Burden City is a gathering place of old machines.
Specifically a place where the Burdens would gather all their old machines. Like ones that don't work anymore.
I was going to say, you're going to have to narrow it down there a little bit, Fuzzy.
I do not know. That is not something I would normally deal with.
I'm assuming this has something to do with your vision.
Yeah. Well, always with the vision. Always with the vision.
So, we're having a bit of an issue tonight. between the fact that we've had a couple of temp gremlins up, and now Windows has just alerted me that it's starting my computer over in 5 minutes to do an update.
Oh shit!
I believe we're ending the stream early tonight.
Oh jeez.
Because apparently this isn't destined to be.
Okay.
It really wants Malik with us when this happens, I guess.
I guess so. I have parts that we're supposed to be getting to, but then I've had a couple of like weird snafus happening, and then now Windows is like, hey, guess what? So
yo.
this is a really short stream, and I 2 hours is yeah. I apologize, guys. This is going to be a short session. I do have the next steps planned. We got through the role-playing bit, and there's supposed to be a little, hopefully an action bit next, but I don't think we're getting to that tonight. So it looks like Malik won't be missing out on as much as I thought, because I have minutes until Windows fucking hates me.
If this works out, the dental freezing is starting to actually wear out of my mouth, so I'm not going to be able to do a Glaswegian accent as well.
Oh, geez. Okay. So I apologize. Thank you for everyone that joined and to watch us. I'm gonna have to make a bit of a rushed outro here, so subscribe, follow, all of that good stuff. Thank you for watching. I will be back Sunday for Postmasters, assuming Windows isn't about to melt itself down or something like that. Hopefully everything
tomorrow as well.
Oh, Mistwalkers tomorrow. Check that out. So go to Bad Hair Gaming's channel. It's just Bad Hair Gaming. That's nice and easy to see. We will be seeing that tomorrow.
You can watch us be the absolute worst people in Ravenloft, and that's saying something.
Yeah. So thank you everyone for watching. I will talk to you later. Stay healthy, stay safe, have a good